Welcome, this is Chef Colin Curtis here at Williamson Wines. I have a great recipe, Tandoori flatbread, that's bold, fun, and super flavorful. We're gonna go ahead and start off now by just marinating our chicken in a little bit of our Tandoori spice. A couple tablespoons. Go with some minced garlic. Williamson Wines extra virgin olive oil. Kind of make a paste, and some squeezes of lemon, maybe like 2 wedges. Chicken thighs, skinless, boneless. And let's give them a good swirl. All right, a little bit of fresh ginger. And just like a teaspoon or so. Give it a little turn. All right, let's get it on a sheet pan, 375 degrees for about 15 minutes. Put all the excess on the bottom over it. This would be great by itself. Okay, our chicken's in the oven for 375 for about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm gonna grab the mixer, we're gonna put together the flatbread. I have my 2 cups of 2% milk. We're gonna heat this up behind me just until a little bit of steam comes off it. And then we're gonna add it to our dry mixer that we're gonna put in our mixing bowl. Just about medium-low heat. You don't want it to boil or anything like that. But while that's heating, let's go ahead and do our flatbread mix. All-purpose flour. Salt. Baking soda, baking powder, and a little bit of sugar. And what we're gonna do, we're just gonna turn that on for a minute just to mix up those ingredients. Great, let's check our milk. All right, our milk is steaming. Let's go ahead and add it to our flour. Turn it on low. Going to scrape the sides, and we're going to mix it for about 5 minutes. So sometimes you just want to be aware to use your trusty spatula to scrape the sides. The dough can get stuck, and you want it to mix thoroughly, so you just want to really keep an eye on those sides. So we're scraping them down. Great, now we're going to go with our Williamson Wines extra virgin olive oil. Been mixing for about 5 minutes with a dough hook. You don't have to be a fancy pants and have a mixer to do this anyways. Just a bowl and a wooden spoon would do just as good. But you just need to knead it a little longer until it turns into a really nice uniform ball. Get it on our working surface. A little bit of pinch of flour. Kind of knead it a couple times, see where it's at. Looks beautiful. Let's go ahead and cut some flatbreads. Cut them in 4 different sections. Let's dust it off a little bit with a little flour. Don't need a lot. Flatten it out with your hands. Kind of want it in the shape of a football, but you can do any fun shape or sizes. Bam! Great. I got a sheet pan behind me with a piece of parchment paper. I'm gonna grab that. And we're gonna stick that flatbread right on this. Just like that. And we're just gonna top the bread with a little bit of the Williamson Wines extra virgin olive oil. 375 degree oven for about 5 minutes, and let's go ahead and parbake this. been about 10 to 15 minutes on our chicken. Smells so good with the garlic and the robust flavors of the tandoori herbies. Let's let it rest, and then we'll chop that up and put it for our flatbread. Oh, that looks gorgeous. Nice and bubbly, still nice and soft. Okay, we're gonna put that aside, and then we're gonna cut our chicken up. Smells like a Middle Eastern market in here. Get some nice slices. Put them back in the juices. And then what I do too, with all those nice juices, is I'm gonna put some of my red onions in there, just to utilize them. Soak it up. So we're gonna put this tandoori flatbread together. We have hummus, we have cow's milk ricotta, coriander sprigs, we have our red onions soaking up in those beautiful juices. Let's go ahead and put this together. First, our beautiful hummus, nice and creamy. You can smell the cumin. Whenever I put anything on a pizza bread or pizza dough, I push the sauce to the edge, flavor to the edge. Let's go with our chicken. One more piece. Some red onions that have been soaking up in those juices. Cow's milk ricotta. Just some fun little dollops here and there. A little bit of our slivered red bell pepper. We're also going to top it with a little bit of the Herbie's tandoori. Can never have enough of it. Yummy. We're going to go back in the oven for about 2 to 3 minutes just so all those flavors really join together. Our flatbread's in the oven. You can just smell the cumin and coriander. It smells so good. Also want to reiterate that you can use naan bread on this recipe as well. If you didn't want to make the flatbread, it'll come together just as good. Let's check our flatbread. Yummy. Let's go ahead and plate it down. I'm going to cut it first and then we'll garnish it up. Oh, that smells so good. We garnished it with a little bit of the extra virgin olive oil and some fresh cilantro. Enjoy with the Gertie 2023.